Get it?
Yeah. What's up, everybody? Good to see you. Sherry does all the typing. She's not here right this minute, but she's in the other room, so she'll be right here. So, what's up, RV Dog, Shanna Craft, RV DJ, Homestead Aquarius? Thank you for watching our videos. Homestead Aquarius said, gave you, let me, Sherry usually does the button pushing, so let me get over here and push the button.
Push the button.
Push the buttons. Here comes Sherry. So, thanks.
Sorry.
So we made it.
Yeah, that was, we skidded in.
Yeah. So I'm actually over here editing video and trying to stay caught up on
Cook dinner.
Yeah, cooking dinner. So I'll probably be getting up. I started our dinner in the camper, and I'm going to be lighting the pilot light for the oven. So we're going to be doing toaster oven and the conventional camper oven at the same time.
Yeah, let's do the thumbs up. I like that. So let's see who's here.
I already said who's here.
Oh, I didn't. I'm sorry.
I
was getting dressed.
That's okay.
Are we doing Shanna Craft? Yeah.
Yeah.
Big thumbs up. Thumbs up. Yeah. Here we are. We're a few minutes late. Well, I don't know. You were probably on time.
I was right at 7.
Yeah.
I wasn't on the 00 of 7.
I did my job. I set up the
Yeah.
thing and haven't been feeling good today, so I've been kind of up and down, and we're cooking dinner and talking about our weekend plans, and I thought, well, let me pop up in my computer. And I looked up and it was 6:50, and I'm like, I think we have a live in 2 minutes.
We're doing some chicken thighs baked in the toaster oven, and I'm gonna make some French fries in the RV oven. That's the plan. You know, we haven't had any French fries in this our own RV oven yet, so we're going to give that a try. Baking 2 things at the same time. We can't do that unless we kick up the RV oven, because we have a, one toaster oven. So I'm working on.
I was going to say, tell them what video you're doing.
I'm working on our Myakka River State Park video, which is huge. We're getting more and more footage, so any of you creators out there know how hard it is when you get lots of footage, how to pick what goes in and what gets cut. So, and then, when you're learning things as you go, you tend to want to put more stuff in. So then I was telling Sherry, I'm like, wait, I'm 8 minutes in or 7 minutes into this video, literally, as far as how much footage is already in there, and I haven't even made it to the campsite yet. So, because
we're enjoying our journey,
we love details. I love details, because if you're going to go somewhere and camp, I would like to know those details. And for those of you privileged people to be watching right now, Myakka State Park is the largest state park in Florida. Yeah. So since it is so big, there's so much to do there. And I was learning more about them. And there's so much there that I didn't even see it all. We didn't see it all. So I was actually doing research on YouTube about more things to do there. And I actually found out via somebody else's YouTube video how big that park is and how much there is to do. I mean, some of the walking trails are up to 14 miles long.
Wow.
Can you imagine this place? It's a 45 square mile state park. 45 square miles.
Didn't you say something? We never even made it into the office or into the campsite.
There's a visitor center there.
Yeah.
It's a visitor center there that we never made it to. When we went there this past year, they handed us 4 brochures, and the brochures had horse trails, bike trails.
Yeah, RV DJ. That's the one with the observation tower.
Yes, the observation
beautiful.
tower.
It was an absolutely beautiful. We've already booked for.
Yeah, we're booked for next year.
Yeah, we were booked it right away.
However, when we went this year, it was blocked off for COVID. They wouldn't let you go to the top.
So you could go to the first, and you could walk the bridge that went across, but we couldn't go to the upper. But if you go back and look at probably, I think it's in our state parks playlist or in a 2018 playlist or 2018 playlist.
Yeah, I went there in the past.
You can see that observation tower all the way up.
I would venture to say, based on my opinion, that if you love nature and you're not into all the touristy stuff, if you're into nature, Myakka River State Park is a must-see.
Myakka we didn't tube in because Myakka was full of alligators.
No, it's not a tubing place.
No, it's not a tube. Yeah, we couldn't.
It's dark water.
Yeah, it's not.
It's an airboat.
It would be a great airboat place.
Airboat and tour boat place.
Did we even go in the kayak?
No, we didn't. So there's just so many trails there to walk. They even have bicycling trails. One was over 22 miles long, a bicycle trail. That's how big this place is.
I
remember riding my scooter on the main drive going, my goodness, when is this going to end? You know, you're doing 30 miles an hour, 35, and it's so long. I mean, 7 miles at 35 miles an hour. Think about it.
Hey, Destroyer.
So it's a beautiful park. If you're looking for deer and boar,
wildlife,
and all kinds of birds, they have a bird watching deck you can walk on, a pier or a dock or something like that.
We saw deer, alligator. We saw an armadillo.
I don't remember how many things we saw.
I think we saw an armadillo. Was that where? No, that's not where we saw the big cat prints. That was tonight.
RV Dog says, RV Dog was at Sam's Club today, and lobsters sales for $26 a pound. The shell. I know. I seen them. They're big as your hand. Those tails at Sam's.
Yeah. The name of it again, slowly. Myakka.
It's My M-Y, then Akka, A-K-K-A. Akka. Myakka. That's how I remember it. M-Y-A-K-K-A.
Yeah.
Myakka.
Myakka.
Yeah, it's.
I don't know if it'll show up or if it'll be backwards or whatever. Whoop. There we go.
And it's just south of Tampa, on the Florida's west coast, near Arcadia. And it's not super remote, but it is remote to where
it is huge.
Take you about a half an hour to get from like the coast of the Gulf of Mexico to Myakka. But there's still pretty cool stuff over there on the west coast that's not too far that you can't just take off and be in.
Hey, y'all.
A cool party area. Was that where Venice Beach is, or what is that beach?
No.
There's a nice beach there.
Sarasota.
Yeah, but remember we went to the coastal town and there was a beach, Cedar Point? There's a nice area there along the coast that's
it's a key.
Yeah, it's reminiscent of like
Siesta Key.
Siesta Key. Okay, that sounds
Siesta
good.
Key.
So there's all kind of like street bars and restaurants and some touristy stuff there.
B. I don't know. I'm not sure. RV DJ, what that means. A. Is that A?
I don't know. Myakka. Yeah, it's kind of
Chasing America.
It's kind of similar to Ichetucknee.
Ichetucknee sounds exactly how
Ichetucknee, Myakka. And
Mayaka
Tomoka.
and Tomoka. We had that discussion. They're all kind of like Indian.
Yeah, they're
names.
Indian sounding names.
Yeah, Siesta Key, great. Saint Armand's, I think, is where they had like a really cool little shopping area.
Yeah,
Saint Armand's Circle.
I think we got a little video of that area.
Yeah.
When we went. That's something we definitely are doing, saturating our cameras.
Bird Key. It's a really Sarasota, that whole area is just really beautiful.
The editing is getting harder and harder because of all the good content that we're coming across and all the videotaping that we're doing. Yes, there's so much good content that, I mean, it's getting very difficult to put out a video a week because, you know, we work full-time jobs, come home and have to take care of the RV. I mean, the other day, you know, you got to wash dishes, you got to cook dinner, you got to do outside stuff. Yesterday, our water was shut off. We didn't have any water. There was a
problem.
A water break.
Water main break.
We didn't have water for a while. Good thing I had some water in our freshwater tank.
We're on right now a boil water advisory.
Right. So things happen. All that to say that it literally is, if you're making good videos and getting better, I'm working at getting better. It takes an hour of editing to make 1 minute of content. I mean, it literally is that hard. So I think right now I've been working on it mostly off all week. I don't want to say off and on, but mostly off, trying to work on it, trying to make time. And
just coming back.
I think I get 8 or 9 minutes.
A 2-week trip is, I mean, I think it takes a while for your body to kind of get back into the.
And I have a grandson that I haven't seen in over a month or two. And I invited him over, so we're going to do stuff on the weekend. So I won't have a lot of time to edit with him around because it's precious when he's around. I want to give him all my attention. And then the weekend following, we're possibly going to run out to Disney World. Maybe. We want to hit Disney World because the lines are low and short. And we wouldn't mind taking advantage of that. Sherry has an annual pass. Mine expired, but I have a 4-day pass that I've already used up 2 days and have 2 days left. So we want to hit Animal Kingdom with no lines and hit Hollywood Studios with no lines. That'd be great to do.
Yeah. You can see what's going on here.
Oh.
It's like having a second home. Yeah. I mean, we don't have, this is our home.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I need to pressure clean the roof again. I don't know if you saw.
I think some people think that if you live in an RV, like your maintenance is less, but it's really no different. Or if not, it might be a little bit more because you figure you're moving. So imagine if your house was moving all the time.
You got to clean dishes a lot, like every other day for sure.
There's no room for clutter.
You can't have cluttered dishes anywhere. There's not enough counter space. You got to clean your toilets daily.
Yeah.
You can't go like a week and a half not cleaning your toilet. You got to clean it constantly because it doesn't have the nice swirl of water and a bowl of water. Yeah. Same thing with the sink. It's only this big. When you spit out toothpaste one time, it makes a big mess.
It's amazing where like water will end up at and like food and crumbs and like you sweep and there's just two of us in here. And how in the world do we get dirt everywhere? I don't quite get that.
And then
where does all the dust come from? And then like the AC vents on the inside, I think I clean those like twice a week. I don't get it.
I cooked a hamburger on the stove and grease was everywhere. You got to clean it. You can't just leave your mess. You got to clean it. So it's a lot of work in this little RV to keep it maintained. Like I said, I got to clean the roof. I got to pressure clean the roof again.
Thank you, Angela.
I know I just did it 2 months ago.
Hey, happy place.
Right before we left for the Keys, I looked at the roof and I'm like, oh, it's starting to turn a little black. So I'm going to have to do it when we get back from the Keys.
It feels like you just did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like you just did it.
I'm going to see if I can start the toaster oven pilot light.
Not the toaster oven, the oven.
Not the toaster oven, the regular oven.
I can do it. I did it last time.
Yeah, but your legs aren't. You don't want to be getting down there. Not. So I like what Homestead Aquarius said. You folks have so much content, great places. Yeah. Most folks don't
get that back up and I'll show that again.
Most folks don't get their money's worth. Excuse me, of kayaks and such, but y'all do. I am going to check one out every day, maybe for a while till I catch up. Thank you. That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm one of those people to where I'm not going to buy it unless I'm going to use it. I don't like to buy things and let it sit around. So I definitely did the research. If I'm going to buy a kayak, I'd better be using it. Same thing with an RV.
We absolutely love.
That's why we don't own a boat.
We love a boat.
I'd love to have a boat.
We love it.
But you know how expensive a boat is, right? Because you got to work on it like more than an RV, because you got a lot of corrosion going on with boats. You got to wash them. As soon as you use a boat, you don't put it away without washing it. You got to wash your boat. So
a little bit crazy.
So when we get things, we use it. So that's why I got a scooter. It doesn't sit around here. I use that scooter.
We use everything
all the time. I love riding the scooter. For me, it's a lot more convenient than a car or a pickup truck. But you know, you can't take your groceries in a scooter. So
now that we've been in the RV a couple months, we're starting to realize there's some things in here we probably can still downsize more, like our utensils.
Oh, definitely.
Pots and pans. There's some things that we were talking about when we were at the Keys, and we're like, it's
things we don't usually use.
We don't even use it. So you put it in here not knowing, and now we realize, like, I loved our griddle. When we camped, I loved our griddle. Mm-hmm. I don't think we've used our griddle once since we moved into here.
Yeah.
We used it all the time camping.
Yeah.
So does the griddle stay or does the griddle go?
Well, it's a residential griddle.
Yeah.
It's pretty big.
It's pretty big, and it takes up a lot of room. We have an air fryer, we have a crock pot, and we have an Instapot. So it's 3 big things. Well, and then you add the griddle, so it's 4 big appliances. And then blender, 5 appliances. Blender we use.
Yeah, but I'm not going to use it as much.
Yeah, so we use that. We use the air fryer every once in a while. I've used the crock pot only when we have, like, usually with our families and stuff get together.
Yeah, RV Dog says I use it and wear it out. Yeah, my Coleman grill, I think
that one I
use it all the time.
Yeah.
But lately, when the last time I stored the regulator.
Wow, yes, that's using it a lot.
What's that?
Happy Place Diaries, the guy at our RV dealer, so we had abnormal use on our rig. I told him we had just finished our 78th trip in 4 years.
Sweet. Yeah, we're probably averaged 2 trips a month. We're trying to do that to keep the content coming. So we already booked our next camping trip. And I was just talking to Sherry about, let's see where we're at with Thousand Trails.
That's where I got on my computer.
Yeah.
So I was going to try to book Thousand Trails. And so I opened up my computer and saw what time it was. And was like, oh, hello.
Yeah, so we have a Thousand Trails membership with the purchase of this RV. So we haven't been able to utilize it since COVID hit.
And it expires in November.
They quit letting people make reservations. So we need to get on that and find out what's the status.
Unless they're going to extend it.
Because we want to use it up and not pay, right? Why go to pay for parks if you can get free camping? So we want to use it up while we have it.
Yeah.
At least once a month, because we can go places. I mean, the RV parks aren't our style because we're not into playing putt-putt golf and swimming in a public pool.
What was the
and bocce ball or shuffleboard or horseshoes.
And the pools are closed anyway right now because of COVID. So it's like.
Yeah. Oh, let me try to start that oven. I'm cooking.
No.
I'm cooking.
He's going to turn on the oven.
Let's see if I can get it going.
There we go. Look, I got a cat looking outside. It just got done storming a little bit. Make sure that thing is in the middle.
This?
Yeah, make sure it's kind of.
What's this for?
That's to evenly distribute the heat.
The pilot light is down here.
It's down back.
Hold this, right?
Yeah, back bottom. Y'all can watch. I'm gonna help hold the button.
No, I can do it. I just want to make sure I'm in the right spot.
You ready?
Yeah.
Teamwork. This is what it is.
All right, it's lit. Hold it.
All right. This is teamwork.
All right, I got it.
I got it. Because you're turning it.
Well, that's 10 seconds, baby.
There we go.
You go back to the live, baby.
I brought it over with us.
You did?
Yeah.
All right, the pilot light is lit. So now
he's like, get back to live. I'm like, I took the live with us.
Oh, we got a preheat.
Preheat. Yep.
So-
And then hit that on. No, that bottom button. Here we go. And then we can watch the temperature. I have an external thermometer for our oven.
So how high do I turn it to get to the temperature? 100 above or what?
No, it's pretty accurate. So on that dial,
Okay.
pick whatever the temperature is.
All right. We love these, even though they're not sponsoring us. These are the best, the best potatoes that we can get around
We
here.
went months without having any potatoes.
Yeah, I've given up on trying not to be fat.
Did y'all hear that? He said he's given up on trying not to be fat. So we should be sponsored by Cheez-Its and Ford,
Grand Design.
Grand Design.
Big
No, it's
Blue.
not food. I'm talking
Blue.
about food.
Oh.
If we've given up on not trying to be fat,
Well, I need to get back on the bicycle.
yeah, that's probably the one thing. Like we bought bikes a couple months ago. It's pretty darn hot right now in Florida. I can't ride in the heat. He can. I can't do it. Yeah, so he's preheating the oven. It is up to 115 degrees.
Do we have a tray to put this stuff on?
Below the ice maker bottom cabinet.
See?
Yeah, Homestead
More
Aquarius
stuff we
just
never use.
Homestead Aquarius just reminded us that we should also be sponsored by Igloo. Now, Robert did say Igloo, and I was laughing because he said he was not going to try to not get fat. So I was naming all the food things we like.
Well, hopefully Igloo was just a Florida Keys thing.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully the Igloo was just because we needed.
Wi-Fi from
We need
the
it.
door.
Though we've had to use it before, not the Igloo, but we've had to do lives from the truck before.
Right.
Not in the
Walmart.
Keys. We've done it in Walmart.
When we went to Itchituckney, we had to find the signal, and we found it at Walmart while there was a storm going.
Happy Place Diary said they got the Rona 15. Yep. I don't think I've really gained maybe 5 pounds back.
I gained all mine back, I think. I haven't checked. I could just look at my stomach. Yeah, I looked.
Sell the scooter and ride the bikes. You ride the bikes. It's hot.
The scooter, yeah.
It's hot here. No.
Hey, I also have bad knees, so that's another reason why I don't ride the bikes as often or walk much, because I have really bad knees.
So I don't know if y'all can hear that. No, we do not have a premiere tonight. Mm-mm.
No, we don't.
We don't. We generally only do a video once a week. So hopefully this will be ready for the one he's editing now will be ready for Sunday.
Yeah.
Let's have some confidence. It will be ready. It's easy for me to say. I'm not the one editing. But I do know how hard he works for it. What's the temperature?
It's
190?
only 190.
191. It's steadily going up. It doesn't preheat as quick as a regular oven.
What, babe?
It doesn't go up as fast as like a regular oven. But it's going.
Yeah, we got to get to 425.
I don't know if it's going to get to 425.
Well, then I'll put it at 450.
RBDJ's like, oh man, no premiere.
I know I'm not happy about it, but man, cutting videos, we have jobs.
So this is a dilemma. Like
We have
can-
jobs.
well, not that. Very thankful we have jobs.
I know, but if we were making money from YouTube or getting people donating money so we don't have to, so I didn't have to work, I could edit video all day long.
So we could either take the time to edit the Mayaka and get the Mayaka up for Sunday, or we could put together a shorter, quicker one that is a filler, but then that's going to delay the bigger ones.
Well, here was another thing. I have 5 YouTube channels. I've already abandoned a couple, pretty much. I have one for our whole family, and I had some videos sitting around of when we did a campfire cookout around about 3 months ago, and I flew the drone over.
Shanna.
I flew the drone over everybody, and everybody was, partying around the fire and playing music and dancing. And I'm like, let me get this footage off of my computer and edit it.
Yeah.
Well, what I thought would be just, a couple of clicks and a couple of cuts, when you're shooting a drone, you really cannot see the detail on your screen when you're shooting a drone. So next thing you know, I'm looking at this footage and I'm seeing all these expressions on people's faces and the silly things they're doing. And I'm like, wow, this is actually some really good footage. Let me,
that was such a great idea.
It's actually fun to see everybody getting goofy and silly. They're doing line dancing and jumping in the back of a pickup truck and seeing who could jump. The pickup truck is lifted like, I don't know,
it's high.
A foot.
It's not ours.
So they're trying to jump in. It's just, and people who are a little bit
it's
tipsy,
brother-in-laws
trying to jump in the back of a pickup truck. It was hilarious.
So that was a great idea. So we had to get together, and then you put the drone up in the air, and you just kind of flew it around, and it circled a little bit. And after a few minutes, I think people kind of forgot it was up there, and so they just partied on.
It was funny because then
I knew it was there
because
it would swoop down, and I'd wave to it.
Yeah, my sister was at the beginning. She was, being goofy in front of it and making faces and stuff. So anyway.
And then they forget about it.
Anyway, I didn't realize there was so much good content. I was figuring I was just going to let it roll and just put a beginning and an end. And that was it. They say, I'm spending time editing a video, not for our RV Weekends channel. So I did get to spend time on another channel. Because I have a channel for our family. I have a RC channel that I don't spend any time on. And I have a channel for my nephew. And I have a channel for me where I just put videos up that instead of storing all this footage on my computer so I can reminisce later, I just put it on a YouTube channel.
He enjoys the editing process. He's not griping.
I love doing it.
He's not griping. And like the one for his grandson, it's when he comes to visit and he's little, and we do like little tiny home movies, and then we put it on there. That's not like major editing. So that's like you generally quick and quick and easy.
I don't do.
And then the family one is just nice.
It's for him. It's for my nephew, my grandson, because I don't get to see him often.
Yeah.
So when he's not around, he can go to YouTube and watch me and him.
He can watch his whoa-whoa.
Having fun together.
He can watch his whoa-whoa.
Because we have a bond from birth, So I miss him very dearly.
That's pretty hot for Oregon, I would imagine.
Yeah.
The scooter, you know what? The scooter, I've always thought the scooter was awesome. When we were in the Keys, the scooter was really awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I like to ride our bikes, but I just don't have it in me right now. And it was nice to be able to hop on the scooter.
Yeah, the scooter's great.
High Opinion Guru TV.
Well, I edited. Look at that. Yeah, I edited in the Keys quite a bit because we had free time.
We had some downtime.
We had free time and I could edit in the middle of the day. Versus here, we got jobs, and then we got to come home, unpack everything from work. Change clothes. Today I took a shower because it was hot and I was like sticky. And
he works on the roof.
I started editing video and I started falling asleep. I'm like, okay, let me go take a nap because I can't edit when I'm falling asleep. And next thing you know, a couple hours later, an hour and a half later, I get up and Sherry goes, "Hey, we got a live to do." And I just jumped back on the computer to start editing. But I love editing. Yeah. I love editing. That's the problem when you love something.
3:40.
You start to try to get really good at it, and you get better and get better. And next thing you know, you're finding more to put in the video, more cool things to do while you're editing. Like somebody made a comment today about the last video of the steak. Just
a little bit.
Just the intro where I chopped up the scenes to match the music. That's not like quick. It takes time to do that. You gotta chop up the scene to fit the music, and then you got to pick the picture to put in there, and it's not quick and easy. It only goes by in 8 seconds, but it takes a long time to do that. But it does have a good effect. It looks really good. So I enjoy doing that. I enjoy creating things that people will think is very fun and interesting to watch, because I don't want it to be home movies. I want it to be have some humor, but also have serious facts, fun facts with the park that we're going to. Matter of fact, I am so excited about the Keys because I got some footage that I've never gotten before, which I'm so excited to share. Some drone footage. We went island hopping.
I can't wait to see that.
The drone footage is going to be phenomenal because I got some footage of the old historic bridge. So I'm real excited about that. We launched the drone from the boat, which is really cool. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to put the fries in.
Yeah, we're
it's getting close.
It's almost 400.
Not enough, but close.
It's 388, so it's getting there.
They put it right on top of it?
You can put it right on top if you'd like. It'll work. Yep.
Maybe that'd be hotter.
Yeah.
So let me put a timer. It's not.
So we put in our oven, we have the, hold on, let me move some things around here. We've got a pizza stone. And the pizza stone helps to kind of even out the temperature in the oven. It is getting warm in here with that oven on, by the way.
Okay. It's part of the deal.
It is part of
what
the deal.
What do you want me to do? Turn the AC on?
Yeah. Can we turn it down just a little bit?
Yep.
Hey, the Stout Moms. Thanks for coming to the live. Hit the thumbs up. Oh, you know what I wanted to talk about? Our merchandise store.
Good idea.
What do you think?
Sure.
I think I put it in the description. I want you guys to take a look, and then you can actually subscribe to it so you get a notification if I add new things. It's not just RV Weekends merchandise. I put in there some things from using our photos that we take. I made some special mugs. I did some cute little slogans, camping slogans. Hey, Lynn Yoki. I got all kinds of things. I think it's in the description for this live. So check it out. I have it through Zazzle. Yeah, I didn't do Teesprings.
We don't have enough people following us, to make any money, but it would help to try to pay for it. We just ordered a new DJI Osmo Action camera.
The camera
that got wet. So, and again, I'm using a microphone from the video game Rock Band. That's my microphone. I don't have a vlogging microphone. So, we would use any funds that we get.
Finally.
That we would use any funds to obviously enhance the channel.
Yeah.
I'm going to need a new computer in the next year or two to update my computer because I only have 16 gigs of memory for operating this software, and my son is a computer guy, and he's like, Dad, that's not even close to being good enough. You need more memory for that computer. I said, I know, these.
Well, so when I tried to set up the store, I'm trying to every few days I'm adding something, and today I took a picture of a flower and I blew it up. And I did some cropping and I did some photo editing and I put it on a coffee mug. I also did things like note cards, thank you cards. I did a canvas. So there's a canvas of a sunset in the Keys. I mean, it's like an original photograph of a sunset in the Keys. I mean, just kind of some different things that are not necessarily, they don't have our logo. There is logo merchandise. There's t-shirts in there. There's stickers in there. There's a magnet in there. I did do some logo stuff. Oh, there's a couple bags. And I did a journal today.
But we also have t-shirts and bumper stickers.
We do have t-shirts and bumper stickers.
So if you would like to get a t-shirt, that would help our cause because we paid cash up front for our shirts and bumper stickers. We've paid cash for everything. And it would obviously help us out to pay that back and help buy better equipment. Because
hey, Bob,
we literally started the channel with everything we got already, except the DJI Osmo Action camera. We did buy that.
We bought that after we started the channel, and then it.
And we didn't actually we have lighting. We didn't even use it on this live because we were in such a rush.
And I already had that from a previous.
Right, you already had that.
I had an online business.
So
hey, Bob.
So you know,
hey, Kenneth.
Our goal, and of course we only have we don't have a huge audience and a huge following, but our goal would for me to be able to not work a full-time job and be able to edit videos and create content all the time and have videos released every few days. But we can't do that. We have jobs. So that's our ultimate goal, for us both to not have to work and be able to create more content. Yeah. That would be the goal.
Absolutely.
So hopefully one day we'll get there. We're working on getting monetized. I would say we're 75% there. We've got over 1,000 subscribers and we have 1,000 watched hours.
Yep,
is that it? So we need 4,000 watched hours.
Yep.
So we need another 3,000 watched hours. Yeah. So all you watching us now and watching our playlists and watching our videos is helping us. It's really helping a lot. And we're seeing the fruits of our labor starting to be, you know, something that we will be able to attain.
Yeah.
So it's very pleasant to watch all you come in here and watch our content, because, you know, everybody wants to be liked, right? We all like to be liked. So that's part of it. Oh, that's our chicken is done. So I think I could take the fries out of the oven and put it in the toaster oven.
Well, the oven's, yeah.
That's what I can do. So I'll transfer from our RV oven to the toaster. Yeah, I can't because it's on a big old sheet. I'd have to condense it.
Yeah, I think this is fine. We're good.
It's just not hot enough. It's only 350.
That's okay. It might just take a little longer.
Okay, I'm going to turn it up. Turn it up to the...
You know what? You do what you got to do. You do what you got to do. I'm surprised I don't have a shoulder visitor tonight.
Yeah, he took off.
He took off.
So let's see what's that Happy Place Diary said.
Oh, that's what it's amazing how the gears start to add up, especially when you're not making money on the YouTube.
Yeah, and we've been using great restraint.
Yeah, because the only thing that we bought new was the DJI, the camera, and then the camera met its demise in the keys.
Well, we bought a selfie stick.
We did buy a selfie stick.
We bought 2 selfie sticks. The first one we bought was $12.
And it was
not very long.
It's kind of a dud.
So it works good. It floats, which is a benefit. But, you know, when you're in the Keys, the main thing is when you're in the Keys, you want to reach down and stick a camera in a hole that you don't want to stick your arm, because there are eels out there. So I saw 3 eels when we were in the Keys. And one came out of I take that back. 4 eels. 4,
yeah, I was going to say.
I went to go look in a hole for a lobster, and an eel came out.
The first one, the look on his face when he came up out of the water, he's like, "Yep, that was a horror movie."
It was really like a horror movie. I went to look in a hole, and an eel came out after me. Thank God I didn't get bit, but it was like I could hear the music.
But it was like as soon as he came up and the snorkel came out of his mouth, and he was like,
yeah,
eel, and that was like a horror movie.
There's real sea creatures out there in the ocean. So I, saw nurse sharks and grouper.
There was a few people saw what's those other ones? They'll follow you around.
Grouper?
No, not the grouper.
Barracuda?
Barracuda.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a couple people saw barracudas. And I remember seeing the barracuda last year. I didn't see a barracuda this year. That little kid on the beach.
So we showed a lot of restraint in not buying things that, we have the money to pay for it, but we're trying to pay off debt.
Happy Place Diaries, you'll get it.
So, we're at that point.
We'll both get it.
We're trying to pay off debt, but also need to have a little cushion for emergencies in the bank. So you're like, you got a little bit of money over here, and I use 2 hands because you got a savings and you got a checking. So you got savings and checking. Savings is don't touch, but checking goes over here and does all this stuff. And you're like, well, we got the money, but we shouldn't spend it because you never know what if we lose. One of us loses our job. You got to pay your debts and you got to pay your monthlies. But we're starting to edge up to pay down a debt. So hopefully in the next month or so, we'll be able to pay 50% of Sherry's car off. So we're talking about, her car is pretty high, expensive as far as the car payment. It's a 2018, so you do the math. How much we probably still owe on that car? So
the Toyota Camry.
So we're real close to getting 50% of that in the bank to pay it off. And only reason I'm not paying it like big chunks at a time right now is in case we lose our job, and we don't want to be low on funds.
Yeah.
Because if you have to go
presently in our
yes,
and
our goal is why we're living in our RV right now is to have the freedom to not have a rent payment to pay down our debt. That's the goal. Yeah. It's not because it's fun to live in an RV, because it's a lot easier to live in a house.
It's a whole lot easier in the house.
So I mean, I
love it.
I got my stuff out in the trailer covered with a tarp. When that hurricane was coming, we were in the Keys. So I literally called my brother-in-law, and
because
said
the hurricane was coming up.
The hurricane was coming up Florida, and we were in the Keys.
It was going to miss us in the Keys, but it was going to possibly hit here.
So I'm like, my stuff is in a trailer with a tarp on it. I mean, think about it.
A tarp.
Just a tarp.
Bungeed.
Over these things that are very expensive and precious. Some stuff is precious. So I called my brother-in-law. I'm like, hey, can you go over there and make sure that it's strapped down good and the wind's not going to blow it? So it was almost like I might have to drive from the Keys here just to make sure. But, that's the inconveniences of living in an RV, because we plan to get back to homesteading.
We want to homestead. That's our ultimate goal, is to find some land. And even if we find some land and we put utilities on it and we park our camper there and we live there for a couple of years, it's ours.
Yeah, and we're still going to be RVing.
Yeah.
We want to RV like we're doing now. We just want to have a place to work on things. You can't work on your truck on the road.
You're lurking. You're lurking. Somebody said something the other day about that. I'm like, they had a cool word for it.
Yes, Shanna Kraft. I'm an old man, and I wish I would have listened to the spiel I heard when I was in high school about saving $200 a month.
Yeah.
And now I'm able to share that information with my son. Right now, my son is 27, somewhere around there. He got a great job, and he's single. And I said, son, go to work every day. Never call in sick. Make them chase you home. If you're sick, make them tell you to go home. If you're sick, don't take days off. People will quit, and people will get promoted, and you'll get promoted. And while you're working there and have hardly any payments, save your money. Put money away so when you need something, you pay cash for it and not borrow anybody's money, because the borrower is slave to the lender. Think about it. The person who borrows is a slave to the one who lends to you. So your life is devoted to paying that person back. Yeah. So if you're young and can get a head start and have money in the bank, you don't have to borrow it. So right now, my son, all he has is a house payment.
He's doing really, really good.
He paid off his car. He's single. He did it. He's listening, and he's got money in the bank. And he's like, Dad, I don't want to spend money unless I have money over this safe threshold amount.
Yeah, he paid off his car, and that's.
Yeah, and I was there when he bought his car. I don't want him to have a payment, but he was like, Dad, I got to get something other than this piece of junk car. And I was like, okay, I'll help you.
Mine don't listen. I love them dearly, but I think I have out of my 4 children, I think I have one who is a real true saver, and he invests, and I think he'll actually do really, really well with his money. I have one who's learning the older he gets. His birthday is actually tomorrow. And then I have 2 more that they're learning, but they've had some major life lessons kind of kick them in the butt, and they've had to learn the hard way.
Yeah, if you're familiar with Dave Ramsey, he has some really great stats.
Thanks, Kenneth. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Kenneth. He has some really great stats that it isn't always for some people the political thing to say, but it's always better to get a good job, get well educated, mm-hmm. before you make these major life things like making a family. It's better to be prepared before you make a family than making a family and trying to catch up all the time.
And we didn't all make the best choices
No.
when we were younger. And you try it and you hope that you teach people to do better than what you did. And everybody wants their kids to do better than what they did and to be better and to have things easier. And yeah. I think that's normal.
So
I think it's also normal for kids to not listen.
I think Sherry and I are in agreement on being very stern with our children on life. But I always told my son, you got choices in life. I didn't have to discipline my son much at all. I just said, here's your choice. Do this way or this way. And the result of going this way creates this. And the result of doing this way creates this. I mean, it started when he was, 6 months old. You touch that, it's going to hurt you. And as he got older, into adolescence, you go out with these girls, guess what? You make a baby. Who's going to pay for that? Daddy ain't paying for your baby. And you're going to have to quit your job or quit school.
Burning.
It's a lot. So, I let my son learn by life experiences. So it's a lesson well learned when you learn life. Sherry's checking the French fries.
They may have a problem.
What's wrong?
I think they're going to. Did you spray?
On the bottom, not on top.
Maybe they're okay.
So yeah.
You have to check the fries.
So we let our kids learn. We don't tell them what to do unless they ask.
That's an awesome gift.
Yes.
That is a really awesome gift. And I think we've actually talked about that.
Yep. Yeah, and we learned that. I learned that in a spiritual way more so than anything, that choose this lifestyle, choose those consequences. Choose this lifestyle, choose those consequences. Which consequences do you want? What's the end result that you want?
Yeah.
The
good choices and bad choices.
Yeah.
There's consequences to everything. And I think that's where a lot of people kind of don't realize that no matter what we do, good and bad, there's a consequence to it.
Yeah, if we want to sit around and watch videos all day long, watch YouTube, we can't make money doing it. We got to produce content, go out and sell something in the marketplace or whatever to make money. Yeah. And I forget who we were talking on the live about money, right? Mm-hmm. Got to have money to live. Money's not the root of all evil. It's not. It's because we need money to survive. But the love of money, the love of money creates a lot of evil. So we don't love our money. It's a tool. It's a useful tool to help us to get through life and not suffer as much.
Yeah.
So we use money. We got to use money to buy food.
Hey, Roy and Becky.
So
good to
you can't burn the fries. No, it's not burning the fries. I think it was just I sprayed some Pam.
Yeah, I think that's all it was. I smelled burning and I panicked. But it's also, we've only used that oven a few times. We're still learning.
We used it a few times, but not much.
Not much.
So it's still got its newness smell too.
True. I didn't even think about that. We make cookies in it.
Speaking of newness smell, I remember when we first got this RV and tried to use the heater because we got it in winter. We got this RV in winter and we started using the heater and the fire alarm was going off every time the heater kicked on.
And of course, it's like the middle of the night.
And then the fire alarm went on every time you used the stove. The fire alarm went on.
So there's not a lot of bad things I'll say about this RV because I actually really, for what we paid, this is a great RV. And we've had very minimal issues. But we have 2 smoke detectors. One of them's in our bedroom, which, that's a given. I think most of them have one in the bedroom. But one of them was right in front of the darn stove.
Right over the top of the stove.
Over the stove. You couldn't light the stove and boil water without that thing going on.
Yeah, it was.
So it had to get relocated.
No,
it
didn't get relocated. Well, it got dislocated. I took it out. So we only have one smoke detector. We still have the CO2.
We can still we can move it because it was literally just screwed in.
Yeah, it was not wired in.
It's not hardwired. It's battery operated. So we can move it if we want to. We could put it like in the bathroom or in the other end of the living room.
Yeah.
Because I laughed the other day. I was like, how do we describe our house? We have a 1 bedroom, 1 bath.
It's better than an efficiency.
1 bedroom, 1 bath, open floor plan with a great room.
Mm-hmm.
That's our
A small great room.
A small great room.
Yes, we do cook fries in our air fryer. Yes. I wish we would have thought of that before we cranked up.
That would have been much better. Thank you, Avenger RV.
Yeah, you're about 20 minutes late, but we appreciate it.
We needed that advice a little bit ago because we actually just talked about we have the air fryer.
We do.
So that would actually have been a better use.
It does work great, and I don't get anything small. I get jumbo everything. So I have a jumbo air fryer that takes up. Hey,
Nursing a Travel Bug. Hey, Rayleigh, Creative Travel.
We should have used the air fryer.
We should have used the air fryer.
Thank you. Yeah, so as soon as this is over, we will be eating, and I will be back to editing. I'm trying to create better content.
And I'll be back to bed.
Every time. I hope our videos get better by a little bit every time. And with that, it takes a lot more care and effort and time and love to culminate and cultivate.
I'm having a hair issue.
And to cultivate the video to make it even better.
Yeah.
And almost do it to where you don't notice it. You're like, wow, your videos, like if anybody looks at our first video, it's horrible because we're doing this, the camera's going on like this down the road, and the sound isn't right, the video quality's not there. And if you look at our videos now, it's really a huge difference by learning on the way and watching other people.
Bob's Adventures. That's a shirt. Should have used the air fryer.
Okay.
Yeah. Go look at y'all go look at our merch store, because we've got some pretty cool things in there. And if you have ideas for other things, let us know, because I will find a way to get something added. And if you want something custom, let me know, because I can make you something custom and give you a good price.
So we do have RV weekend shirts and bumper stickers available.
Yeah. So send an email to us. We have very limited sizes. That's the only caveat with the t-shirts is the ones in the merchandise store. You can order whatever size, and you can actually put our design on just about anything in there. But the ones that we have, like here, that we bought from a local person, we have limited sizes.
Yeah, because we had to come up with the cash up front,
So
we had to okay, what sizes do you buy when you're limited to $200 or $300? We paid for that up front. So we're like, okay, a couple of smalls, a couple of mediums, a couple of larges, a couple of extra
and then try to use
and then what color?
Sense. Yeah,
what color
I wanted a pink one because I love pink.
Mm-hmm. And I wanted blue and gray because I like blue and I like gray. Because
I don't think we ordered any smalls.
Probably not.
No, we didn't order any smalls. We ordered mediums.
But they're right over there. They're sitting right over there.
Mediums and larges.
Waiting to be shipped to you.
Can I make you some?
Thank you.
I can make an Avenger RV shirt.
Thank you.
You send me a logo and I will put it on a t-shirt for you.
Thank you, Avenger RV Adventure. You guys have great videos. Thank you for saying that.
Thank you.
I work really hard on them, so I
can make you some. I can make you an Avenger RV shirt.
Yes.
Email me your logo.
Yes. Yes, we have a smoke detector in the bedroom, and we have the carbon monoxide detector in the main great room area, and it went off the other day. Remember?
Yeah.
We had a small propane leak, but we still haven't found out where it came from and where it went.
It was the weirdest thing because you were editing, and I was sitting here. I think I was either watching YouTube on TV or what we were doing. I don't know, but I was on the computer, and all of a sudden, the thing started going off. I looked over at it, and it was red, and the alarm was going off, and you could smell the propane. Like we didn't. Neither one of us noticed it until the alarm went off.
Yeah.
And you can reset the little alarm, but the color stayed red, and it just kept flashing.
When you reset it, it'll be quiet for a little while, and then it resets, and then it alarmed us again, and then it went away. Something happened. I think something happened.
We opened up the windows.
Yeah, open up the vents and everything. So yes, you need those sensors. You need that carbon monoxide one for sure.
That's definitely
because you'll.
And die. I like the idea actually of putting it. I wouldn't mind actually having one of those in our bedroom, like maybe plugged in.
Oh, I know why. Because the temperature's too high.
Oh, it's 500 and.
Yeah,
yikes!
I got the temperature too high. I'm gonna turn it off.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's pretty good. Well, I put it on broil because it dropped considerably when I put the ice cold French fries in there.
We have fries.
Yes.
So I do like Rayleigh. I might Blaine. I always want to call you Rayleigh. Blaine.
Okay.
I might ask you about the brand you used, because if it's just something that you plug in, I would love to probably put one of those in our
RV Dog. Why do you keep typing in RV Dog roof? Why do you keep doing that? What's that mean? It's just to be funny?
He's just showing himself.
Is that what it is? You just
RV Dog.
Just to see your chat in the chat.
Look at your carbon monoxide date. It says I found out they are good for 5 years, which ours was almost 5 years to the date. I didn't realize that.
Ours is not a year old yet. We got a brand new RV.
Yeah.
And we're paying for it. But
not for long.
We only pay $20,000 for this brand new RV. Can you believe that? Think about it. Brand new RV, 26-foot inside length.
It stinks.
Huge bathroom. Huge great room. Bedroom with a door. $20,000. Crazy. We thought it was a steal. If you look,
I still think it is.
It's a steal.
I think it was great.
It is a great deal.
That's how RV Dog says hi, is roof roof.
Okay. Thank you for explaining that. Now I know.
Letting you know. Roof roof.
What should we put for RV weekends that we're here? Look. There's Oscar the cat.
He's on the prowl.
Oscar the cat. There's only several dull moments with Oscar the cat. Even when they're dull, they're funny.
They are pretty funny.
Because he is ugly.
Ugly?
He is ugly.
Ugh. Now y'all tell me. Oh, he just took the blanket down.
Oh, he's ugly.
Is he ugly?
That is one ugly cat.
Is that an ugly cat?
Oh, yeah. I burned him.
Is that an ugly cat? That is not an ugly cat.
Oh, that's where the smoke's coming from.
Oh, no.
I overcooked them.
So, the fries
Got fried.
got fried.
I overcooked the fries.
The fries didn't make it.
Because that's what happens when you're distracted. There's some good fries there.
Here, let's put them on. Aww.
Baby, what are you doing?
I don't know if that glass is good enough for as hot as that pan was.
Yeah, but the vent is right there.
I know. Well, maybe if you put it on top of that towel. The fries didn't make it. And no, see, look. RB DJ, Fur Baby. Lenny Oki says, y'all ain't old. You don't know.
Yeah, I got bad knees.
Not ugly.
We got a saying, and I'm not going to say it.
Sad kitty face. That is a meow cat.
What are you laughing about? Now you can use air fryer. No, we're eating. Not all of them are burnt.
Only the ones in the center.
Yeah.
So if you see the smoke,
yeah. What happened was
wafting through
it was pushing. We wanted to get it to 425 degrees. Well, it got around 400. I put the fries in, the thing dropped down a lot. The temperature dropped a lot because we got a thermometer right here. So I turned it up to broil, and man, it went past 500 degrees.
So I can officially say the oven will get up to 500 degrees.
Yeah. Yeah, she told me it won't get up to 500 degrees, and I went, okay, well, let me just turn it up then.
No.
It's her fault. Do you see that? See how I put it on her?
The RV DJ is a moment of peace. Moment of silence for the fries.
RV DJ.
We seem to be doing that a lot lately. It was our DJI
camera.
So we were saying we did order another one. It will be here, I think, next week, which we won't need it until then anyway.
Yeah, and we did buy a freezer.
We bought a little freezer.
A small 3 cubic foot freezer. I think that's one of our big challenges with the refrigerator is freezer space.
Yeah.
Because I like to buy in bulk. I don't like buying a little bit. So, and when you fill up our freezer, it doesn't work well because it doesn't have a fan to circulate the cool air. so you can get a blockage of the cold air, and it doesn't get to every spot in the freezer. So you can't fill up the freezer because it doesn't work as efficient.
So who's coming up next? Does anybody know?
Yeah, we don't have to leave because we don't have a premiere. Haha.
No, but we got a belly to feed.
That's true, but you can eat. I'll stay here. If we got people that want to stay, we'll hang in. But if people have to go. You got somebody else to go watch. You go watch them.
Sacrifice some fries.
I'm not happy about it. I'm not happy about it.
I think we sacrificed his fries. I think mine are fine.
No, you're the one that said it doesn't get up to 500 degrees. So I went, okay, 500 degrees.
Well, you turned it on broil. I didn't tell you to turn it on broil.
Anyway, we're sharing what's left when the time comes. You get up and eat, and I'll hang out here. All right, have a good
Happy Place Diaries. Thanks for coming by.
Yeah, thank you very much for coming by.
Sweet potato fries are really, really good.
Look, there's that cat again.
That's not ugly.
Oh, my goodness.
Did y'all notice he's in our thumbnails now?
Cat.
It's Oscar.
Oscar the Grouch.
Oscar the Grouch, but he's not grouchy. He's actually a pretty sweet cat.
He's weird. He's unique.
What number are you at, RVDJ? I've seen you out and about. I know you probably should be getting up there. Let me see if I can quickly add. Oh, my daughter called. Let me see if I can quickly add a few. Let me turn off my sound.
So, yes. Got to get back to editing.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know.
Isn't that's part along that saying? Can't live with him, can't live without him.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Does life with him is difficult, and life without him is more difficult, or I guess it depends on your spouse.
So it looks like Blaine. I've got you as a moderator. So if I have you as a moderator, you can drop some links if you would like. Everybody in here, I'm good with having the link dropped.
The RV DJ is at 99. Congratulations, you're about to hit 100. Sweet.
Oh, wow. So if people have not picked up the RV DJ, let's get him to 100. In fact, let me see if I can do something about that right now. I might have a way to do that. Just saying.
RV DJ at 99. Need to get him to 100. Yeah. So we got another trip planned in 2 weeks. And it's a couple hours away, 2 or 3 hours away. Looking forward to that. It's a brand new park we've never been to, but we heard it's very popular.
So by the way, the RV DJ, I believe you're at 101 right now.
Oh, yeah. You're over 100.
You're at 101.
Bam. That's...
Bam.
See? We knew you were our greatest fan.
Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Sweet.
So you're gonna see, like I have my personal YouTube. It's just like it's like nothing really. But I added you there, so you do not like try to subscribe back to me on that one.
Yeah, I heard Sherry say that. That's okay. She didn't mean it the wrong way. You said him. Get him.
Oh, I'm sorry, her.
She knows that. It was easy to make that mistake in the heat of the moment. I used to call all animals the same gender.
I'm sitting here trying to get myself back to my page, right?
Yeah. She's at 101. RVDJ 102.
There we go.
Yay!
Yay!
Thank you for getting her to 102.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a lot of work doing this YouTube thing, and the more subscribers you get, guess what? The more work it is. It is a lot of work. People don't even understand. It's funny. People think, "Oh, you just make a YouTube channel. It's just simple."
Unless you're doing it, creators that do it know.
I think some of the easiest YouTube channels are reactive YouTube channels.
I love those. I love watching those.
People who just react to things. That's got to be so easy, but I've never done it. So I thought about doing a reaction YouTube channel, but I can't spread my time.
No, we don't. You don't need another one. You don't need another one. We're now at just if we want to look at.
We're getting close to 1,100.
Yep.
Says there 1,095.
We're at one that we need 5 more.
We need 5 more to
hit our second 100.
To get to 1,100.
To get our second 100.
Yes. We're
RV DJ for that first 100 is like the hardest to hit. It does get easier after that. That first 100, I don't know what it is.
And I think you start to get better at networking, so it feels a lot easier. But you got to still got to continue to work hard. You know, It's not easy. You got to work hard. I mean, like now, I don't have a video to premiere.
Thanks for coming by, Blaine.
Yeah, we'll cut it off here in a couple minutes here. But
I'm hungry.
Yeah, it's like I'm having the hardest time getting.
Roy and Becky says he's at
104.
She's at 104.
It's like right now, like I said, it's hard to get the editing done. I mean, I don't have a video for tonight, and I'm struggling to try to make the video for Sunday because my grandson's going to be coming here tomorrow. It's going to be very difficult. So I got to push tonight.
Yeah, he's going to have to push it.
Every night, something takes your time. It's weird. I was thinking, I'm going to edit videos all night.
Duo.
I thought I was going to edit all night tonight, and look what happened. I got so sleepy, and then I had to make dinner, and then do a live. See, I'm not getting any editing done right now. The frugal duo.
You stumble in the front of the camera. That gets easier. I still do that sometimes. I mean, you should see us when we're trying to do some of our, like when we're trying to.
In the cab of the truck, or
like,
sit here.
I can't tell you how many times we've like repeated the same thing over and over and over again. And we were really good for the most part with the keys. Like almost every day, we made a point to make a little. Okay, today we did this. More to help him when he's doing the editing. Then you might not see them all in the video, but they'll help you when you're editing.
To keep everything in a chronological order.
Yeah.
So we know what we did on these days. It's easy to forget when you're old, to forget what you did. So we want to make sure, because everything we did was worth noting, besides sitting around doing nothing, which is part of vacation time.
Hey, Lynn Yoki, RV DJ had just hit 104.
Yeah, 104.
Yep.
You were at 99, and you got 5 more.
Yep.
So if you subscribe to her channel, make sure you go and watch a video and leave a comment. Otherwise, you will get deleted.
Yep. Do it the right way.
You will not be a subscriber for long if you don't watch the video and leave a comment.
Somebody was pointing out today that they went and did a YouTube just did another little cleanup. So it's really important. They'll go through there, and if they don't see that you're actively participating on people's channels, you might suddenly find yourself unsubscribed from people. I know I had hit a notification bell for somebody, and I didn't get a notification they were live, and I went back and checked, and the bell was wrong. So I don't know.
Yeah, when I'm doing overdubs, I can, getting back to RV DJ saying struggling in front of the camera, something to struggle with is overdubs. You know, the good thing about overdubs, you can re-record it.
Over and over and over.
You know, but it's not necessarily smooth in the beginning. And I watched and listened to Traveling Robert, and he said he writes everything down. He writes everything down, and it takes.
I do think that would be helpful.
It helps, but it does take time. You know, I'm not the fastest with handwriting, so I'd rather. That's just me right now, where I'm at right now. I'd rather struggle through it a couple times, and then that hones it, and then by the third or fourth time, I got it.
And we've tried it different ways too. We've done a few videos where you and I both will do the overdubs. We kind of back and forth, and we take turns doing the overdubs. With our setup right now, it just makes it hard because there's only enough room for one person to kind of sit at the computer.
Yeah, and Sherry's doing all the networking on her laptop, and I'm doing editing.
The struggles are real.
Yeah. So why do they take subscribers from you? Because they want you to have real subscribers. Because the point of a subscriber is somebody who is really interested in your content, that they're actually watching your videos, because they want to place ads on your videos eventually, and they won't place ads on your videos if people aren't watching.
Yeah.
So if I just hit subscribe and never go back, am I really a subscriber?
Should I really count?
I don't count because I'm not watching your content.
So YouTube will go in there and they'll clean those out, because they want to make sure that when they truly monetize a channel, that they are monetizing a channel that actually has people that are going to click on ads, that are going to watch the whole video. It's important.
Views are the barometer, in my opinion. Yeah. The views show who's looking at your channel. And most of the people that get you views are not subscribers. Eventually, when you get to where YouTube is pushing your video content, most of your views will not be from your subscribers. It'll be from people just typing in a title.
Yep.
And your algorithm from YouTube will pop you up when they type in a title. They'll push your video, and they will not even subscribe. They're just getting information. Like right now, if I wanted to learn how to edit a video, I could just type in edit a video, and I'll watch the video and learn it. I may not subscribe to that because I'm not really interested in the channel. I just wanted to learn something, or change the oil in my truck. Type in how to change the oil in my truck. I learned how to do it.
So the YouTube Studio has some like really, really great analytics. And so for like, just an example, it gives you the sources of how people find your videos. For us right now, the top external source is granddesignrv.com.
Yeah, thank you, Grand Design.
So that's 53.1%. And then our next highest is Facebook. So we do have Facebook, so join that. And we do a lot of posts on Facebook because it's easier to do a little pop-up live on Facebook. Google search ranks at 3.8. YouTube. So people like finding our videos on YouTube only ranks at 3.1%.
Because we're small.
Yeah.
But for the reason we're getting views from Grand Design, and the only reason, is we created how-to videos. If you create a video that people will want to see, then you'll get views. But if you're just creating home movies, nobody wants to watch that. I mean, do you want to go watch someone else's home movies?
Yeah.
Typically not.
I mean, one of the things I really want to do, and I might do this on one of our lives, maybe I'll do it on a daytime live, or maybe a weekday live, is to actually share my screen and go through my YouTube Studio. And I'm learning a lot about it, and I would like to like share what I learn. And then I think if there's a couple people that may be in there, we can learn more together. And like I pull up my screen and we can look at my analytics, and we can see, you know, what does each one of these little numbers mean, and how can you change those numbers? I think it's pretty interesting. You know, I'm business management, so to me that's the cool part of it. Might be the boring part to some people, but if that's something you guys would like to see, let me know, because I think that would be fun.
You got to have interesting content.
Yeah.
To other people, and it may be interesting. Everything's interesting to me that we do, but it's not interesting to other people.
Tags help. Absolutely.
Yes, they
do. And there's lots of ways to find out what are the best tags, because you don't want to put tags in there that are not relevant. That could be considered clickbait. You know.
So
it's 8:15.
So during the summer, RV Adventure says during the summer I have to release videos every other week instead of every week. Why is that? Share that with us. Obviously, something happens in the summer that doesn't happen
because they're probably
the other
traveling more.
time. Okay.
That would be my guess. YouTube Studio is Greek to you. It was to me, and there's still some things in there I don't quite understand. But there's also some training that I'm trying to do. There's a Creator Academy that I'm trying to go through, and I would love to kind of go through and learn that.
Okay. Roy and Becky's Travels says we avoid the analytics.
You can get tied up in the analytics.
Yeah, I'm just creating content.
You could let the analytics get the best of you, because there are some things in there that are kind of a little weird. Like,
yes.
It was one I just noticed. And I thought,
but the one thing that doesn't lie is where your view's coming from, and the how-to videos are very popular and they create a lot of views. How to lube your RV, how to set up your RV.
So this is weird. So it lists gender. Well, I've got this by the last 28 days. Let me change mine to like the last. So gender wise, so people that are listed in YouTube that have selected their gender and watch our videos, 71% are female.
Well, I know why.
Why?
Because you're always networking. You're the one networking. And the way you type in comments, they tend to allure the females, because you're like, oh, that's wonderful, sweet, and all these affectionate type comments. You know, men don't go, hey, that's a very pretty this or that, thank you for caring. Men are like, nice truck.
Nice truck.
You know, we're not affectionate necessarily. We might say great video, but we're not going to go, that was so sweet, you're so kind, and all that. So that's the type of stuff she's saying, and she's going on to these other channels that are women.
Obnoxious neighbors with loud music. That would do it. We don't have that. So like, watch the top countries. United States was number 1 at 65%. Canada.
So in the summer, it rains every afternoon, and obnoxious neighbors with loud music on the weekends. Plus, it's hot. Yeah. Help me out with the rain every afternoon.
We have lots of rain.
What is that?
Maybe they can't.
How is that affecting your editing or video creating? Because for me, we're getting all our content on the weekends when we're out camping, and all during the week we edit during the week. And my problem is, life gets in the way, whether go to work, cook dinner, wash dishes, whatever, that all gets in the way.
Yeah.
So raining every day doesn't affect me as far as editing video, because we create it on the weekend. Now, if it rained on the weekend, we'd have to come up with some other way. But
that would be a problem.
But as it stands right now, we're able to work around the raindrops.
We would have a lot of watery videos.
I'm going to turn off this fan, because we seem to have vented very well.
Yeah, we got 2 fans going to suck up all the burnt fry smell.
Now we'll have cold French fry smell.
Now we have cold French fry.
So,
Roy and Becky, why do y'all avoid the analytics? I would love to know.
I like the few.
There's some of it I really, really, really like. Like, it took a little while for it to register when most of our viewers are online. I mean, we've been doing this since January.
Mm-hmm.
You see that?
Mm-hmm.
It's like a spider or a bug.
No, it's a little gnat or something.
Little gnat. We've been doing this since January. And everybody kept talking about like making sure you making sure you could download your videos or premiere your videos when your audience is watching. And I kept waiting for that to show up, and it kept saying not enough information, not enough data, not enough data, not enough data. Well, finally we have enough data. So it's really cool because I can go in there now and see when all the y'all are online. I think that's a cool one.
Yeah.
And guess what? Y'all are online when we're online. and y'all are online when we premiere generally. So
yeah, if I'm a guy too, but depends on the animal. Depends on the animal.
he makes fun of me. I'm sure you've seen
It
him in the
depends on the
videos
animal.
making fun of me,
Hey,
talking to the animals.
I-
And then we were watching a video the other day, and somebody was calling another animal, and they were like, like I do. And I'm like, look, see, she talks
Yeah.
to the animals
Hey,
just like I do.
I'm a black and white person. Doesn't make me, necessarily cold, because I'm a caring person, but I prioritize my life. I'm more of black and white
We will
priority.
do that.
It's a priority thing. So for me, what's the highest priority in my life? Because I went through leadership training and all kinds of other training. So for me, it's more a black and white thing. Okay, what's more important than that? Cut out the less important thing. For me, this is just me. I'm not a animal hater. I love animals. I just don't want to be responsible for any.
And it's something that you have to think about. Like, when we just camped and we had Oscar and we would go away for a weekend, he's a cat. I can make sure he had enough food and water, and he would sleep most of the time, and we didn't have to worry about going away for a weekend in our camper. Now we have Oscar with us all the time. So we have to make sure that we have air conditioning, we have heat going if we're not in the camper. So it's definitely something that you have to think about. When we go for like the drive, it was 6.5 hours, 6 hours from the Keys. And we get about an hour from home, and he starts getting meowy and antsy.
Right,
and he had
right.
slept the entire way, just about. And all of a sudden he's antsy, and you're like, oh shoot, all these times that we've stopped and gotten out, we never took him into the camper. And I felt like a bad mama, but we didn't take him in there and let him eat, drink, use the bathroom. So
yeah, RV Dog, trying to make reservations in Florida state parks is, most parks are full. Yes, that's why you have to book 11 months in advance. We are booking constantly 11 months in advance. Next Monday, Tuesday, we'll be booking for the Keys for next year.
Yeah.
So everything we have next year is already booked as far as up to right now in the calendar year. So right now we're in August. We're booked through July right now for next year. So we are booking 11 months in advance constantly.
Homestead Aquarius, I do agree with that. And I don't know how much learning about the analytics is going to change how we do things, but I think it's helpful to understand maybe how YouTube works on the other end, on the other side of it. That's what I want to get out of it. Not necessarily how I can change what we do, more of how can I understand how what we do affects
things. What change? I wouldn't say it's a change. I would say we created more. So instead of doing just camping, I've created like how-tos or pressure washing my roof, or how to install the TV in the bedroom, how to put backsplash. Those are stuff that I necessarily wouldn't want to make a video on because it's not easy to do.
They're hard videos to make,
but it's good content because there are people out there that don't know how to do it and don't want to pay someone to do it.
And if you're handy and you like, you're good at that, then it's good to share your skills.
It worked. I mean, look at our analytic on our views. Where are they coming from? They're coming from Grand Design's website, because we are in a Grand Design trailer, and I tried to make a high quality how-to and do it in a professional way somewhat, to where someone can learn how to do it and do it themselves. And it got us a lot of views. It's not our funnest ones, because certainly I'd rather not be doing.
It's hard to do those.
I'm a handy guy. Don't get me wrong, handy. But I'd rather not do that. I'd rather enjoy free time and camp. So I'd rather just do that. But the how-tos get the views. So
Roy, Becky, I agree with you.
So when I was gonna have to pressure wash the roof, I went, here's an opportunity. Let me just videotape me pressure washing the roof. And you know what? I don't have an electric pressure washer. Let me go get an electric pressure washer, because my old pressure washer kicked the bucket. So let me go get one of these newfangled electrics, and then I can do a review of it and do an unboxing. And so it just created a lot more opportunity to make content.
Yeah. And I do agree. That's why I said we would never, I don't think we would ever change anything due to the analytics, but it might help us to understand how YouTube reacts to some of the things that we do. So we're not going to do something because the analytics says a certain thing. Will I download a video if I see nobody ever watches on a Tuesday at 4:00? Am I going to premiere video on a Tuesday at 4:00? No.
Yeah. Another thing,
I think it's using it wisely.
We're doing research to help us be more successful.
Yeah.
So, matter of fact,
we won't change things.
We wouldn't even be doing this channel right now if, when we did our research on how many RVers are only camping in Florida, that was the first thing, because that's what we're going to be doing, because we only can camp on the weekends because we have full-time jobs. So I literally started typing weekend RVers, RVs, weekends. So we typed in who is doing Florida only, and there's only a few.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of people only doing Florida. So that's where I went, okay, let's stick with that niche for now.
Because literally when we started this channel, we weren't planning on living in an RV.
No, we didn't.
That's why our name is what it is, because we weren't planning on living in the RV. That happened as we tried to figure out ways to get out of debt and to, and that was also pre-COVID.
Right.
That was all.
Yeah. So yeah, I would have never started this channel if there would have been 25 RVers camping in Florida.
Now it's funny because there's RV weekends and there's weekend RVing. And I didn't even see that.
Yeah, but they're not in Florida, are they?
No, they're not in Florida.
They're not in Florida.
No.
There's only a few channels that are in Florida that I've seen. But like I said, if there would have been 10 to 15,
Kristen's World,
20 RVers in Florida, I would have not started the channel because it would have been, man, we're going against 1,000 other people.
And we have fun.
Yeah, I would have done it for home movies.
Yeah.
And just for fun, but I wouldn't be looking to try to, make some residual income.
We do have a good time.
So we're enjoying what we're doing.
We do most of Florida. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So how many are out there, RV Dog? When you did your research, did you
There's a lot more now
to see how many people were just doing Florida relative to who's doing nationwide?
Yeah.
Because the most of the people that we see that are over 100,000 subscribers, they're doing the whole country. Yeah. Most of them are doing the whole country.
Or Florida.
And because we work, we can't leave the state for long periods of time.
See, Nettie, that happened to me earlier. Something's up again.
We missed you too.
You didn't get the notification.
Can you believe we're still here? We shouldn't even be here. We got dinner over there getting cold.
Yeah, our destination was on live earlier, and I totally didn't get a notification that she was on. So
that's all right.
And I checked, and my bell was wrong.
Yeah.
So it's really crazy. Yep, you're in Florida. We got to get together.
So
I would love to get together with you guys.
So RV Dog, did you do research before you started, or did you just do it out of fun and see what happens? Because I haven't done any research on your channel, so I'm sorry, I'm ignorant to that. So I don't know where you're at in your channel, but I don't know why you're doing your channel, if it's just for fun or because you love doing it, or are you trying to get monetized? Are you looking to grow to a larger size, or just trying to do it for fun and see what happens? So I'm curious. So the Avenger RV Adventure is in Florida. Okay. Are you, and again, I apologize, I haven't followed your channel. Sherry does all the networking, and I'm pretty much stuck on what, you don't have to, go ahead.
Somebody said, enjoy our fries. That's our fries.
Yeah, but what's the percentage of those are black? 25%?
Not even that much. Probably
See, why bring it up then for content?
It was about 20%.
Oh, you just started? RV Dog says you just started. Would be nice to make money. Yes, it would be nice to make money. I always videotaped, so I love videotaping, but I wouldn't be so organized and focused if we weren't planning to make money. So we're planning to make money at doing this. And
not just this, but other things.
Yes, but I'm hoping to make at least $1,000 a month eventually, and anything above that would be a wonderful blessing. But $1,000 a month eventually, not did I say that? Yes, $1,000 a month would sustain the channel to justify doing it. Otherwise, you're not going to I'm not going to treat it like a second job. Like right now, it's a second job.
It's a second job.
Because every time I get home from work, I got to go edit. If there's nothing else going on that is take a priority.
And Homestead Aquarius, your comments on our last live touched my heart. So thank you. That's for me. That's you know.
Yeah, that was nice.
We do this partially because you know we would hope eventually that this becomes our way of life. And we do it also because we love to share what we're doing with other people. And for me, that's what drives me. So
you see Roy and Becky's comment there about going to YouTube Studio.
All right, so everybody see that. So you need to go into your YouTube Studio, check your notification settings. It turned off all notifications. Wow. Well,
aren't they nice?
See? So Nettie, yeah, you missed the story about the fries.
Yes, I can review. We wanted to do baked chicken and baked fries at the same time. We have one toaster oven and we have a RV oven. And we'll tell you about the third option later. So I started the RV oven and it needed to be at 425. And Sherry says, I don't know if it'll go that high. So I cranked it to broil. And it got over 525 degrees. So
I'm sitting here and I'm like, something smells like
she said it wouldn't go to over 425. So I bring it up. Anyway, you see where I'm going with that? So it got to 500 plus degrees and it started to burn the French fries. So blame it on Sherry.
It's my fault. It's my fault.
But it's still good. We got
Avenger
75.
RV.
We have 75% good fries.
So yeah. So we use YouTube for how-to all the time. And we still do.
Yes, check out our how-to videos if you haven't.
And then he also has an RC or a remote control vehicle.
Yes, I do radio controlled RC cars, planes, trucks,
so that's
drones.
Yeah.
I stopped doing that because I can't do both.
We can't do both.
Especially because we're living in an RV. I can't have a hobby shop going, a hobby studio going. I don't have a garage or anywhere to set up tools because tools are important and space is important to do that hobby. So that's on the side back burner, so to speak, for a while. So, but I do use my drone and I do break out my truck and I do break out the airplane sometime.
Yeah.
Like my grandson will be doing RCs this weekend because I bought him an RC truck. He's 5 years old. He's 5. He's 5 years old. So I bought him an RC car because he's very good and articulate, very good at hand-eye coordination. And so he has a nice one. So we'll be playing with RC cars this weekend and I'll probably fly the airplanes. But other than that, I just break out the drone when I'm able to do that at a park. State parks, I can't do it. So that was the cool thing about being on a boat in the Keys because we can get out of the state park and fly the drone.
Yeah, because you can't fly it in the state park. Yeah, Nettie. We didn't think about the air fryer until it was too late.
Yes, somebody said air fryer, and I went, yeah, we should have used the air fryer.
And we had actually had the whole conversation that we decided when we were in the Keys, that it's time to kind of downsize a little bit more. And we have a crock pot, and I have an Instapot, and I have an air fryer, and I have a griddle. And we don't use all of them very regularly. We do use the air fryer, and I use the Instapot. Crock pot only gets used if we have family. Robert's typing.
You're watching me. Why are you watching me? You're talking, baby.
It's not going to show up though as a link. It will not show up as a link, but you can look for it.
It's
RC1 Hobbies.
RC1 Hobbies on YouTube.
Yep. How-to videos.
Yeah, and it's still growing, even though I'm not doing anything.
Did you see Avenger RV? They bought the same brand tire plug kit after watching your video.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, I don't get paid for that.
But it's okay because there's
learn something.
There's a lot of products that we use.
What was the tire plug kit? The red one, the red plastic container.
Yeah.
With the heavy duty. Well,
when you went through and you plugged all the trailer tires.
A little backstory: I used to be a roofing contractor. So with a roofing contractor, I'd be running over nails because we go to the dump to dump the trailer or whatever. So I was always plugging tires. So then I did lawn service, and I was always going to the dump. Not always, but I go to the dump to dump
Thanks,
branches
Van Life
and
Voyages.
So I was picking up nails out of the dump, so I was always plugging tires. So yes,
Roy and Becky used to race.
I used to race
he
RC
did
car.
too.
I have another channel for you.
He's got trophies and.
I have another channel.
That's part of the stuff that we have that we were concerned about. That's under the tarp.
That's part of it.
That's part of the stuff that's under the tarp.
That's not the only thing under the tarp, but
yeah.
I have a old low definition channel called RC1 Robert. It's got the old VHS tapes on it.
Thank you, Nettie. Nettie to the rescue. Nettie, by the way, I've been meaning to say this, and I'm sorry, baby. I'll let you get back to what you're. Expect something to be delivered to your house on Saturday.
Oh, stop it. Now you let her know. You took the surprise away.
I'm bad at that.
Stop.
What do I do when I get you something?
I don't know. What do you get me?
I give it to you right away. Like Christmas, I struggled. Christmas.
Sherry likes surprises, but she doesn't like to give them.
No, because I buy something and I'm like.
So anyway, yes, I on the RC1 Robert channel with the low definition video, I have lots of old RC racing, and actually on the RC1 Hobbies, I have some RC racing on there also. So I raced all different kinds. So I raced everything from short course, which got me started, short course trucks, to a nitro buggy, then nitro truggy, then electric buggy, and then those were 4-wheel drive. Then I went to I tried 2-wheel drive short course and 2-wheel drive buggies. So that's all foreign language for everybody else.
It is foreign language. It is to me too.
I really love racing. That's probably one of my most favorite things to do is race.
Love to do that again.
Racing is so much fun. It's expensive, but it is fun.
It's a nice
to do. Matter of fact,
it's an expensive hobby.
Check this out. Roy and Becky's Travel. I have a still in the box, unbuilt Techno 410, I think it's called, a Techno short course race chassis. We're talking a race chassis and all the electronics. It's about $1,000 sitting in a box waiting to be built. And I have a built team associated 2-wheel drive race buggy already built. I bought from an owner of a racetrack. I bought it from him. It's a roller, but it has servos in it. Only thing it doesn't have.
Sounds foreign to me.
Only thing it doesn't have is an ESC and a radio transmitter and signal.
Roy probably knows what you're talking about.
I have a radio transmitter and receivers sitting around doing nothing. I have like 4 Airtronic receivers sitting around doing nothing, waiting for racing. And I went through several brands of radios.
Hey, Lucky Dog.
I went through several brands of radio before I settled on Airtronics as the best radio transmitter out there because I was getting signal.
Sounds like a foreign language to me.
Yes. Sorry.
It sounds like a foreign language to me, but it's really cool. And I can drive some of them.
Yeah, Sherry's good at driving, actually. You flew the simulator, right? The airplane?
Yeah, he also has a simulator where you can.
I worked at a hobby shop.
Talking about simulators, Lucky Dog Productions moderator the other day was videoing a simulator. Like he had like the RV on the beach and then was driving his truck and was like, okay, I wonder what happens if I drive the truck into the water. on the beach.
That's not a great
and
idea.
Actually, I said, wonder what will happen. And so they were driving. He was driving it into the ocean, and it said, "Water too deep, danger." So he didn't pack it back out.
Here, I worked at a hobby.
But yours is planes and stuff, right?
No, I have off-road. I have off-road trucks. I have monster trucks, and I have like a Land Cruiser / rock crawler, but it's more Land Cruiser. It's a multi-purpose. I have that, and I have drones, lots of drones, and several airplanes. So I have diversified. But I used to work at a hobby shop. I loved it working at a hobby shop, but it got bogged down with the retail end part, where people, you're dealing with people who lie to you about why their RC doesn't work. Retail. Yeah, that part was not fun. But as far as working on them and playing with them was great.
Everybody saying hi.
Yeah. I found that I had Futaba, I had Spectrum, and I found that Airtronics was superior in my area as far as lack of interference. So that was just me. And it was the fastest. It was very fast. It's responsive. For me, that was what worked for me on surface, because surface is a higher demanding frequency than air transmitting. Air is relatively not so difficult to get a signal through. The ground, to get a signal across the surface of the earth, is harder to do because of the amount of magnetic forces and the interference on the ground. So that was just what I experienced. I had stuff out of the box that did pretty good, but then I wanted more. Then I bought Spectrum, and it did pretty well, but I still got interference on the racetrack and certain parts. And then I went to Futaba. Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah. I know. We're well, yeah.
Awesome.
All right.
Congratulations.
105.
You know what? I'm so glad that you crossed over that 100 while you were here. I am so happy for you.
Here's a question.
So what's your next small goal? Well, that's not your question. That was my question.
Did you see that?
What?
Okay.
I interrupted you. I do that all the time. I'm sorry.
Well, now you're going to make me forget my... Oh, okay. Here was a question just popped in my head. When we have a premiere after our live, we cut it off at an hour. We're pushing an hour and 42 minutes.
A classic car traveler.
So evidently, everybody who's here is okay.
You've got lots of people that are not normal.
Right. Everybody who's here is
not okay. That you're abnormal. Not really.
Come on, you got to be politically correct here.
Y'all are all totally normal, but we have people that are different. So,
You mean people that are return customers?
Yeah. Well, they're not all necessarily in the same community.
Right.
So it's the communities are starting to kind of cross each other, and there's so many people that are doing lives that we can't always.
All the people that just came on within the last 40 minutes would have not caught us, because if we were doing a premiere, we would have been done at 8:00.
Yeah, true. Very true.
So I enjoy the longer lives. So I guess I prefer not doing a premiere. But
so how do y'all feel about premieres?
What we could do is do a premiere an hour and a half or 2 hours after the live, or right after the live, say 30 minutes later or an hour later, that kind of thing.
Or, you know what I was also thinking, you could always go back and do a live after premiere. So do a live, premiere live. So you could talk about the video.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We were just always trying not to step on other channels' toes.
And I still don't want to do that. I still don't want to do that. I always want people to feel like they can go and do whatever.
But, eventually, and this is how my brain thinks, and I appreciate somebody who commented who said they understand me. That was nice. Once you get to a certain size, you will accidentally or inadvertently or
you can't not.
Or what is it called? Unintended consequences will be stepping on other channels, because you cannot broadcast without doing it.
Yep.
It's kind of like
I'm sure right now,
living life, things happen.
If I pulled up our YouTube thing right now, I'm sure there's probably 10 people that I'm subscribed to that are live right now.
Right.
And it's just like trying to go and support everybody.
Yeah.
I watch random videos.
And I'm getting alerts all day of all the people that she supports.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know who these people are.
And I watch the videos, and I go to everybody, and I try as much as I can to watch a video, maybe a short video, but I'm trying really slow. RVDJ, you know what? That first 100 is the hardest, and now 150 will not take as long.
Look at RV Dog. You should try doing a marathon live for 24 hours. Never.
Don't challenge us.
Never. No, I'll never do that. Once you hit, 40 years old, you can't stay up for 24 hours anymore.
We could tag team it. Now, I think it would be really cool to tag team. We could do it.
Why would you suffer yourself through that for your watchers?
Yeah,
I would have to have a lot of watchers to suffer.
If you have 2 or 3 channels.
Thanks, Roy and Becky Travel. See you later. Thanks for coming in.
I appreciate you coming in. But, if you have 2 or 3 channels that are kind of tag teaming the lives, I think you could do it.
Say that again. Repeat it. I was reading.
Like if you tag team. So let's say it would be us, Roy and Becky, RV DJ, and Homestead Aquarius, and Mel Nettie. Let's say all of us decided we were going to, I don't know.
RV Dog, what is the point? Just to be funny?
It could be fun.
Okay.
It could be fun.
No, I'm not doing that unless I'm retired. If I'm retired and I don't have to go to work, yeah, I could do that. I would love to have fun. I mean, if I was retired, I'd do a lot more things.
You know what? I have done that too. Okay, this is bad. I've actually had our own live and had somebody else's live running on another device while we're doing a live.
Yeah, but your motive is good.
My motive is
because you're giving them watch time.
I'm giving them watch time.
So that's your motive. Is a crowded dance floor. Yeah.
Got to run, got company. Tell D hi.
Crowded dance floor. Yeah, that happens.
Yeah.
But we want to be courteous as much as possible, for as long as we can.
I like that. It's a crowded dance floor. Stepping on toes will happen. And some of the folks have been drinking. Just saying.
Yeah, when you say that, when you mention drinking, that might be one of our lives. But there's this other channel that I mentioned before, Andy and Alex. They do reviews on classic rock. They have a drunk reaction. It's so hilarious to watch because, they're just having fun. They're not doing something mischievous. They're just watching videos and reacting while intoxicated.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about you. Back in my young days, that was some of the funnest time, hanging around with somebody and you're not doing anything wrong. You're not driving. You're just hanging out, talking and enjoying yourself.
Lucky dog. You're right. There's a bunch on live right now. It's a full-time job watching videos, commenting, answering comments on your videos, plus trying to attend several lives. It's very time consuming. And I watch a lot on TV. I can't comment on TV.
And, I just came across an RC channel. The ice maker just stopped, filled up. I came across an RC channel that was commenting on our RV channel.
Yeah.
Not to be confused. RC. So I thought it would be cool to react to his RC channel. So I went to his RC channel with my RV title and said, hey, I have an RC channel. And I said, I'll check out your videos. And then I said, I have an RC channel and here it is. So once I introduced myself as an RVer, then I started to watch his channels as an RCer.
Yeah.
So now I was watching some of his playlists because he's got like 1,100 subscribers. So he could use the help. Plus, it's something interesting to me. So I was watching him and just giving him encouraging things and trying to make him feel good about what he's doing. And that makes you want to do more.
One of the things I've been watching a lot lately and is painting.
Mm-hmm.
I love to paint, and I did it a lot before Robert and I met. Kind of when I went through a rough period with going through a divorce and relocating away from family and friends and everybody I knew, I painted, and it was kind of like therapy for me. And it's something that I've missed doing. And so I've been watching a lot of painting videos, and it's been very, very painting lives. There's something Who was the painter that used to be on PBS? Bob.
Yeah, I remember him.
The big hair.
Yeah, he's got that fun in that voice.
Yeah. But there was people watched him because it was soothing and it was really interesting. And so I've been watching a lot of painters, and I was commenting to one of them this morning, and I'm like, the setup that they have and how they do it is just so amazing. And it takes so much courage to be that vulnerable that you show that. I really would love to be able to do that. That's kind of, but do you put that on an RV channel?
Right.
Bob Ross. That's it. Is that Melnetti's The Happy Clouds, Bob Ross.
Yeah.
Right. The
Right.
Happy Cloud. But I love to paint, and I don't have anything right now. I don't have any more paint. I don't have my supplies. I don't even think I have them anymore. I think when we downsized, I think we ended up pitching them. But it's something I want to start doing again. And I would like to probably do some online and kind of paint and talk while I'm doing it. And I think it'd really be really cool. But then I don't want to clutter up an RV channel with it. It's kind of like Robert's issue with the RC cars. Like, you only have so much time in a day.
Yeah, because editing takes a lot.
And I like Happy Clouds. And I think it would be really neat. So I draw. So I do a lot of pencils. And then I do a lot of acrylic paints. And I do some watercolor. But I don't know. Give me y'all's opinion. What do you think? Is that too much? Do you do that? Maybe just do it on it and have a playlist?
If I didn't have a job, I could do 2 channels.
Well, I don't necessarily know if I want to add another channel or if I just want to create a playlist and have something like that maybe on another playlist. I don't know. I could use some advice. Is that getting too off topic of, we are an RV channel?
New Smyrna Beach, huh? That's right up the road from us.
Yeah.
New Smyrna Beach is probably 45 minutes from us.
Yeah, it's not far from us.
We're in Mims, and Mims is real close to
paint RV stuff. See, I like to do landscape.
Edgewater.
So I could paint actually like areas that we've been.
I love, I learned drafting in high school, and I loved it ever since. I just never did it, a whole lot of it. There was never a need for it. But I love drafting because you're taking an image and putting it somewhere
I could
else.
do art full time if I could find a way to make an income doing it. It's something I really love to do. It brings me a lot of joy. Even like when we were in the Keys and having downtime, the one thing I do have is stuff to paint rocks. And so I left a couple rocks there. But it was, we didn't have the TV going, and I would just paint a rock before I would go to bed, and it would be like, it's relaxing to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I don't know.
And I enjoyed creating content on editing.
Yeah.
I enjoy editing.
I love all the art stuff. I think maybe that's why I like doing the store.
I think if somebody notices something that I took time to make and spent time creating, and somebody notices it, makes me feel like appreciated. Like I said, somebody, you may have missed it, but earlier, somebody made a comment about the steak and lobster video. They just said they really liked the music and how the pictures changed with the music.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a rather quick change, but it took a lot of time to chop the video up and make it timed perfect to the beat.
It's like small little touches that you add.
Paint campgrounds. That's a good idea.
I actually really like that idea. Yeah, REDJ. Yeah, there's quite a few rocks that I painted that are in the Keys right now. And I think I've left a few around here, like kind of local. But I like to do more. I need to get more supplies. But I don't want to spend more money.
Yeah.
Paint like the Highwaymen, Florida paintings.
Paint like the Highwaymen. You mean paint
Nettie.
lines in the road?
Mwah.
See you soon. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
Yeah, we should run.
YouTube is fun stuff. I've not as much fun sharing things and learning from others. It is fun. I agree.
I mean, doing lives is a lot of fun.
Lives are probably one of my favorite things to do when we do YouTube.
And right now, the editing program is calling me to edit.
He's got to edit.
And the food is calling me too. I mean, I'd rather talk and do this.
We could talk to y'all all night long, but we really probably do need to run. I'm fairly hungry. So yeah, we have Instagram. So look on Instagram. We have Facebook. Make sure that you guys check out the store that's in the description.
Yes.
Let me know what you think. Take me up on my offer of if you want to have something created custom, let me know and I will do that. I did our logo.
Sherry's very artistic in that manner. Yeah, she created the logo. We collaborated together to create the logo.
Got a website, which I need to probably.
It was an adventure, but we got it done.
We're newlyweds. We actually have an anniversary next month.
Oh wow! Yeah, so Sherry had her ideas, and I have my ideas, and we made it.
We melded them together.
So it's part of her and part of me on that logo. And of course, that could change anytime.
I like that idea. A periodic art segment to your videos. You might.
Well, it's similar to cooking videos, right?
Yeah, I think yeah. Thanks, Sue.
Yeah, I think
like that idea.
I think creating things that mix it up is good.
So I think that's permission that I could buy a couple supplies. I need paint.
Are you trying to manipulate me?
No, I would never do that. Happy wife, happy life.
Well, I like it the other way around.
Happy
husband. Whatever rhymes with husband. Hey, the husband's got to be happy too, right?
I will make my husband happy.
Hey, it's easy for men to be happy. It's just hard for women to understand it.
No, we understand it.
Whatever. Sorry, I didn't mean it that way.
We understand what makes men happy.
We're not going to have a domestic
that could totally go. That could totally go.
So we're gonna
head south really quick.
We're gonna sign off here. Because we got, you don't want to argue on an empty stomach, right?
We're not arguing.
But you know what I'm saying.
We're not arguing.
Yeah, yeah.
Highwaymen are painters that painted Florida landscape, and the paintings are worth a lot of money. I have to look that up. I have never heard of that.
RV DJ, Sonia, if you have any questions about RC stuff, you can ask me.
Yep.
You definitely can ask me. It's a very complex world if you want it to be. But if you just want to keep it simple, you can keep it simple. But it's very complex. So here's a rule of thumb. Anything that you buy from a department store is a break and throw away. Anything that you buy from a hobby shop typically is break and repair.
Break and repair.
So there's a difference. If you buy a toy, you throw it away when it breaks. It's lost money. When you buy a hobby shop, hobby grade product, you can fix it. So it's a good investment. Or you can pay someone to fix it.
So Lucky Dog, they also does RC. And Lucky Dog is in Florida. So once all this stuff clears up and y'all feel comfortable, we'd love to meet you guys in person.
Yeah, I'm not afraid of COVID at all. So it's up to you guys. But yeah, I don't do helicopters because it would take time to get good at it. And I don't have that time. I have too much fun.
You do a lot of planes.
Yeah. With
planes and cars and trucks.
The planes and drones and the trucks and cars are enough money spent. I've spent enough. Let's put it this way. I spent enough money on RCs to buy a house.
I'm getting hangry.
Yes. So, yes, we need to go eat.
We need to go eat.
So, Lucky Dog, yes, I still have RCs. And I have I have several brand new RCs that haven't even been opened. They're sitting there.
So why don't we say that it is now, we are less than a minute shy of 2 hours.
2 hours. Yes. Thank you for everybody for coming in.
So I think I
We
want to
appreciate it.
tell everybody, I think we should tell everybody good night
Yes.
and God bless.
Yes. And we'll be back on Sunday. And
we
hopefully
will
we'll have a premiere by then.
See you on Sunday with a premiere.
All right.
And thank you guys for hanging out. Some
Appreciate
of y'all
it.
have been with us for 2 hours.
That's amazing.
We're not that special, but thank you.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye.